Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about um, what is your stance on food stamp eligibility foods now? I mean, years ago, and I do mean years ago, we're talking, oh geez, I was on food stamps when food stamps were paper money. Like paper, they look like money, like on the thumbnail, and we got back real coin change. And then I was I got off for a while, and then I got back on. And when I got back on, it had just switched over from the paper money to the credit card. And so I wasn't on that long. And I mean, it when I tell you it had just switched, um, I think I had got off, and when I got back on, it was like maybe a month or two before the switch, and so it was still a new concept, and it was like I really didn't understand it, and it took me a minute to get the hang of going from paper to card. But once I did, it wasn't that big a deal. But now it seems like they're changing everything again. And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't get as much food stamps back then as people are saying they got now. Like, I was lucky with my three girls. I got, and when I lived in Louisiana, I got uh, close to 500. It was me and three girls. And then when I moved to Missouri, me and my three girls, they cut us down to uh, just under 300. And so that was a significant loss. And then when I had my son, then they raised me up to not quite, just above 300. So it was my three girls and my son, and then me. And then a couple of years later, or almost, not a couple of years later, almost a year and a half later, I got married, and then had a son. And so by that time, I couldn't get anything else. I couldn't get anything else, which I didn't need it at that point anyway, because my husband went and got a job, and he wasn't going to have a wife on welfare, which brings me to another question. How many of you females out there are with a man that is okay that you're on welfare and food stamps and Section 8 and all these other things, and he's just okay with it? I mean, he is just laying up on the couch, sucking up whatever it is he could suck up off of you. He's got no expectations in life, no aspirations in life. He's got no goals. He's just happy eating your kids' monthly groceries. And then, and now on top of it, now they're telling you that you can't even get what you normally were getting. Now, that's mostly what this video is about. So I'm not going to talk too much about your lazy boyfriend or your lazy, husband. But that's a factor. That's a factor in there. I'm just saying. Like, I've been married going on 23 years, and or 22 years. Sorry about that. I've been married going on 22 years, and there's no way that I would have been 2 years, 5 years, 8 years, 10 years, 12 years, 15 years into a relationship with somebody who's okay with not providing for me, let alone my kids. Now, when my husband and I got together, he already knew that I had kids. I mean, there was no question of, are any of these his? No, they weren't. And he knew that. He knew what he was getting into. And we had talked about it and it worked for us. But he, at no time, wanted me to go to work. He wanted me, he's a Christian man, and I wasn't Christian at the time. I am now, but I wasn't then. So, even though I wasn't Christian and he was, I would have never, I'm just saying, I'm just to let y'all know, I would have never ever been okay, because I had boys. I had a son at that time, and then after we were married, me and him had another son. But I was going to say, I would have never had a man. Ooh. Anyway, that I'm not going to go into that because that's another video. So anyway, back to the original, because I do wonder sometimes. So back to the original, what this video is about is food stamp eligible foods. Now, this is a new concept, and I don't know why people have a problem with it. Because since its inception, WIC has always had listed foods, and nobody had a problem with that. Section 8 has always had zoned houses, and nobody had a problem with that. And Medicaid has zoned medical offices and doctors and circles that will accept Medicaid and some won't. So now, why is it all of a sudden such an issue for food stamps? Oh, we're not going to be, well, here's the thing. It looks like you're either going to be happy with eligible foods, or you're going to be happy with nah food stamp. So it's or nah. But, I don't get the whole why it's an issue. I mean, again, I buy what I want to eat because, I use cash money to go get groceries, and that's not a flex, it's a fact. So, anybody that's out there, oh, she did, well, guess what? I was there. It was a hand up and not a hand out, and anybody that's living on that crap, here's where I stand, okay? I stand like this. If that's what you choose to do in life, if all you ever aspire to is a hand out rather than a hand up, then beggars can't be choosers. And that's basically what you're doing, is you're begging. You're begging for housing, you're begging for food, you're begging for childcare, you're begging for medical care. And now you want to be choosy with it. And it's like, no. You're going to get what's given to you, and you can cry about it and whine about it. That's not going to change. It's not going to change a damn thing. So, in a nutshell, take it or leave it. And, the taxpayers, and I know, oh, we're so tired of hearing about the taxpayers. Well, guess what? We're so tired of hearing about the beggars. And I feel like this, take it or leave it. Now, the title of this video is Where Do You Stand? Here's where I stand. Take it or leave it. I don't give two craps. I really don't. I don't care if your kids don't have dinner tonight. Because you know what? If you didn't care enough to make sure them kids had dinner, you had all day. All day. You had 8 hours. Because I know school is in, and don't tell me, well, my kids were with me. Okay, and? I ain't the pappy. Hello, over here, ain't the pappy. I ain't the pappy. Ain't the pappy. So, you know what? You go find the pappy, and you figure the kid was with you and not with him. He had 8 hours to figure out how he was going to get food in that child's stomach tonight. Because, see, over here where I live in reality land, we have this thing called my family and my children and my bills and my concerns. And what are you doing for me? What are you doing for me? What did you do today to put food on my table or money in my pocket or lights in my light bulb. You know what I'm saying? What did you do to pay my electric bill today? What did you do that had anything to do with me? From the time you got up until right now, I'm looking at my clock. It is 5:25 p.m. What did you do today that was of concern to me? So yet you worrying about what I did today that was concerning you. First off, I don't know you. I don't know you. Don't know anything about you, and only other than you know how to cock your legs. That's all I know about you. Is that you know how to cock your legs and no, well, some people. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn how you got in the situation you're in. If your children daddy died, you know what? You and your children, your children's father didn't have a backup plan. Why would you not have a backup plan? I mean, I thank God that I got through my children's childhood and my husband is still with me. But we had a backup plan if something would happen to him or if something would happen to me. And we have life insurance through his job, and we had insurance through his union. And so we had a backup plan, and you had nothing to do with that. And see, here's the thing. You went and laid on your back and had child after child after child with a man, with many men that aren't worried about how you gonna eat or where you gonna live or what you gonna eat. But somehow that became my responsibility as a taxpayer. And here's where I stand on this. Your choices are not my consequences. And your consequences are not my emergencies. See, your child being hungry is not an emergency to me. Your baby being without pampers is not an emergency to me. And as cruel hearted and as cold hearted as that might sound, it went through you, it went past you first. See, you were the first person to not care. But yet you expected me to do something that you yourself didn't do for that child. You didn't care that that child didn't have pampers. You didn't care that that child didn't have food. And then it went past the second person, which is the child's father. He doesn't care that that child doesn't have food. He doesn't care that that child doesn't have pampers. And by the time it made it to me, and now all of a sudden I'm the cruel one, and I'm the hateful one, and I'm the this, and I'm the that, and I'm the other, and you're the nothing, and you're the and you know what? The ball just keeps on rolling. But you know what? Pull your head out, because the truth of the matter is you. You are your child's gatekeeper. You are your child's guardian. You are your child's parent. And that has nothing to do with me. See, you didn't come to me and get my permission to have a child. So, therefore, you don't need anything after that from me. Because had you came to me and said, hey, I'm about to have a child that I can't feed, that I can't pamper, that I can't do anything with, what do you think? I'd have been like, you sound about as stupid as you look. But see, you didn't come to me then. So why are you running to me now? Oh, dear taxpayer, give me this. Oh, dear taxpayer, give me that. Oh, no King's Day. No King's Day. Oh, no King's Day. Oh, please, sir. May I have another food stamp, please? Nah. That's bullshit. I feel like this. I really wish not only would they whittle it down to what you can pick and choose and what's eligible and what's not, but I really wish the only people that was left on Section 8, welfare, food stamps, I swear, I wish it looked like only veterans and elderly. That's it. Veterans and elderly. Anybody else, figure it out. And don't tell me, oh, well, she's handicapped. Oh, he's handicapped. My father's missing a foot and he's diabetic. And you not. You not diabetic and missing a foot, so take care of your damn father. Take care of your people. Take care of your family. Take care of your mama. Take care of your daddy. Take care of your aunties, uncles, cousins. Because your family is not my problem any more than my family is your problem. And everybody, oh, I can't believe she said that, but that's the truth. Let me show up at your house and knock on your door with my family and tell you I need rent money, I need medical, I need prescription drugs, I need my light bill paid. We ain't ate today, and because you had 8 hours to do this, but again, the question is, where do you stand on food stamp eligible foods? Because where I stand is, I feel like none of y'all should be eligible for that crap, so you shouldn't be getting nothing. You shouldn't be getting nothing, is the way I see it. And then I feel like veterans and elderly people, and when I say elderly, I mean people that's 75, 80 years old. That's what I mean by elderly. Because I'm over 50, and I'm still functioning. So when I say elderly, I'm talking about people that's 75, 80 years old, or veterans. If you're a veteran, whether you're disabled or not, America should be paying for your housing and your groceries. Especially if you are a disabled veteran, because you're a vet. If you're disabled because of your service, you should be given, not only should you be given a house and food, you should also be given a car, a doctor. Your medical should be taken care of, and I thank you for your service. Um, that being said, I stand on the fact that nobody else should be getting welfare and food stamp. I don't care how many kids you got. I don't care if you got 10, 12, 15, 100. I don't give a damn. But I'm sure, I'm sure I'm making some people mad, and I'm okay with that. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to state my opinion, because that's what I do. That's what my channel is about. My channel is about my opinion, and I'll leave my comment section open so you can have yours. But I'm gonna tell you this: 90% of the time, I really don't write or read the comment section, because I really don't care. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, in my world, my opinion matters to me, and I put it out there. And if it matters to you, fine. If it don't, that's fine too. That's where I'm at with it. But food stamp, they really shouldn't be. I feel like they shouldn't be nitpicking what people that are eligible get. I honestly feel like people that are eligible for food stamps should only be the elderly, which is 75 and over, or veterans, and that's it. And then with those two groups of people being the only eligible people, I would say after that they shouldn't critique anything that they get. Old people should be able to eat whatever the hell they want, and they should get the unconditional Medicaid, dental, eye care, and whatever. And veterans should too. Now, when I say veterans, I don't care how old you are or how young you are. If you are serving or served, then America owes you a debt of gratitude. And you and your immediate family, which means your spouse and children, not your sisters, your cousins, your aunties, your uncles, your mommies, your daddies, your pappies, your wappies. I'm talking about you, your spouse, and your children, your immediate family. Other than that, the rest of the people should be able to fend for themselves, and they should do what the veterans did. Go get a job, go take care of something, and stop waiting for a handout. It is beyond me how somebody has 8 hours in a day and they can't figure out how to get food for their kids. I mean, you've got food banks that, oh, I ain't got no car, then walk your ass. Walk your ass to that food bank. There ain't nowhere in the world. If I knew there was a food bank open today and I had children that were 13 and younger, then I would walk my happy behind to that food bank. There's no way in the world I would put my child to bed and be like, oh, I'm so sorry, y'all have to go to bed hungry because I was too lazy to walk my ass 3 miles down the road to get y'all food. Now, I mean, if that's what you're doing in life, that okay, that's your choice. But then don't look at the American taxpayers like we owe you something because you cocked your legs open and blew out a kid. I mean, you know, we don't owe you shit. And so, again, I said what I said and I stand behind what I said, and that's my outlook on it. As far as food stamp eligibility goes, and as far as food stamp eligible foods go, that's how I feel about it. So I'm not gonna say leave a comment, but if you do, that's fine too. But thanks for stopping by my channel. And sometimes you get the raw truth, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you. So if y'all watch any of my other videos, then you will know that I don't sugarcoat it and I don't edit. So whatever I said, if I sneezed, coughed, or farted during the video and you heard it, and you heard what you heard. So it is what it is. I love you guys with the love of the Lord, and I will see you in the next one.